Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Chef Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back and at it again. And yes, we think your mom is hot.
That man chuckling in the background is the last standing Samoan, Nick Utam.
I love MILFs.
So do I.
Yep.
And finally, Kendo Slice.
Hi.
So, folks, we're back with another week of World Class Bullshitters. This week is episode 132. And Kendo, has it been your 1 year anniversary yet as a regular?
Yeah, no, because wait, I think next week would be my 1 year because I think today, if you're listening to it on Friday, is the anniversary of the Jeff's favorite episode.
Yeah, Chester Betterfud, or whatever the fuck I called him back then.
Cheetos Boner Town.
Yeah, Cheddar Benetton.
So it would be next week.
We'll celebrate that, Kendo. You can tell us your favorite memories of being on the show and what it's like to be an official world-class bullshitter.
And then I'll be fired.
Yeah. Replace you with Channel Dad Brian Leap.
I want it to be Bobby Heenan style. So, like, I'm sitting here doing this, all of a sudden, like, Dion shows up out of nowhere and, like, just grabs my shit and throws it out in the front yard and throws me out of my own house.
like a cheating husband?
Yeah.
You are a whore.
Get out. I'm tired of your shit. Get out.
I love watching the chat roll in the beginning of this because like, did they say Boner Town? Yes, we said Boner Town.
Yeah, Cheeto Boner Town.
Yeah, this is World Class Bullshitters. You guys aren't ready for this shit yet.
Yeah, no, you're not.
But your kids are going to love it. So this week is San Diego Comic-Con, and all kinds of big news has come out. And we're going to talk about Star Wars The Clone Wars, The Last Jedi's comic book adaptation. We're going to talk about It Chapter 2, as well as a myriad of other things. So let's not wait any longer. The Listener of the Week, we'll give our Listener of the Week award to Trent Dawson. You know who you are, Trent. Thank you very much. And I got to say, I didn't see any memes this week that caught me off guard and made me laugh as hard as last week. So we're going to give it again to Brian Clore for his Beavis and Butthead Back to the Future award.
Ding, ding, ding. 2-time winner.
Yeah, that's the first thing. So the reason I'm jumping through that, well, hold on. No, I can't jump through that. I have to thank our patrons because we had a whole list of new patrons. Well, we had some new patrons, and I don't want to make them think, oh, they didn't care enough to read my name on air. So let's do this properly. So I'd like to give a very special thank you to our newest patrons, Homero Chapa, Adam Culp. Holy shit, Veteran Arts Therapy, thank you so much. I usually don't say this on air, but never mind. I'm not going to say it. You know who you are, Veterans Arts Therapy. I appreciate that. That is the holy shit. Never mind. We'll talk about that off air. I don't want to embarrass you or put your information up there on Front Street. But I thank you very much. And then Broman, as well as Eric Westland and Bud Lehman and Darth Fatass. And now we're caught up. And I think the DJD show as well. And let's not forget JD Gallo and Samuel Aragon. So, folks, thank you to everyone who has helped the channel grow over on Patreon, here on World Class Bullshitters on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. And we wanted to just tell you thanks before we start the show. So, guys, let's talk about Star Wars The Clone Wars. Before I talk about the news, let me ask your thoughts on this show. So, Nick, have you ever even seen Star Wars The Clone Wars?
You know what? No, I haven't. Not even a little bit.
Kendo?
Negative.
Dion? Thank you, Dion. We appreciate your enthusiasm.
No.
So, the reason there's a question mark about the Clone Wars is back because someone got kind of upset in the chat already about this. Let's talk about some truth here on World Class Bullshitters. That's all we do is we talk about the truth.
Sorry.
Have you ever seen the Clone Wars?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. I love that show.
So here's the thing, guys. We're not supporting Disney. We're not excited about Disney. Everything that you like about the Clone Wars existed before Disney brought it back. So these episodes aren't new. According to our friend Albedo and this website right here, the voices were recorded, the stories were written, the animatics were done. All this animation is was done before. So I'm going to make a separate video to make sure the word gets out there. Don't get too excited over the Clone Wars coming back. This is Clone Wars that was made before SJW, Disney, and all this other garbage actually had their fucking chokehold on Star Wars. So for everyone that's excited and crying and jumping into swimming pools and off your roofs and shit, calm your tits and realize that this is the old stuff, and that once they switch to the new stuff, we may not have the Clone Wars we love. In many ways, it's better if the Clone Wars would never come back before Disney could alter it or bastardize it. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think that Disney's going to get too much of a pass, and that's why we need to step in and say something, or do you think people are going to be smart enough to catch on?
Oh, I think there's going to be, honestly, and I'm not doing this as a cop-out answer, but I honestly believe it's going to be about 50-50. I think you're going to get half of the fans that actually want to say, oh, well, maybe Disney's listening, and then the other half are going to be like, no, this is the show. They're just finally releasing it conveniently when all this shitstorm's coming down. And they're gonna continue to give Disney shit. They might say, okay, maybe they're a little receptive, but no, I think you're gonna have one more example of a 50-50 split on where Star Wars is in Disney's hands.
Yeah, I think it's desperation. I would like to say, that people, I want to say that people will be smart enough to figure this out, but you're going to have a lot of people like your Star Wars Explained channels and all those shill channels are going to start coming back out. Guys, it's time to get excited. It's time to get excited. The Clone Wars is back. And no, guys, it's the old shit from years ago that's just getting released. Let's not act like Disney's doing something right. Now, when I watched the trailer initially, I thought the trailer doesn't look too good. And I also had the same thought of, there's no way that they pumped this shit out post Last Jedi. Like, this isn't a response to The Last Jedi. But now that I'm seeing that it's all this old shit that they're coming out with and they're re-releasing or releasing it finally, I don't know if it's just The Last Jedi and the Solo failure, or did they know before The Last Jedi and Solo that Star Wars was in trouble? So they were getting shit ready to kind of try to distract the vocal people on the internet with the Clone Wars, give them a little something to nibble on.
I would say that. I mean, it just seems like, yeah, with the backlash and the constant barrage of news we're getting from, the Lucasfilm camp and everybody else is just like, yo, they fucked up and they're scrambling and things like that. So this could be what they, something they had going and they needed to be at Comic-Con to report about, or to let people know about it, because it's fucking Comic-Con and it's like Nerd Central. Like 130,000 people go there every year. It's ridiculous. So of course they release this there and tell people like, oh yeah, Clone Wars coming back. But if it's the stuff that hasn't been released yet, there's no point. I mean, it's probably going to be good for the first season or two, and then when they start doing their own stuff, it's going to fall to shit. So,
well, Dion, what do you think is going to happen once they run out of the backed up stuff that they've already created?
Well, I think it's still up in the air what's going to happen. I think this coupled with which we're going to talk about later, the comic book changes. If they actually listen and stop calling the fans the vocal minority, then I think when they run out of stuff, they're going to try and get back to what made Star Wars Star Wars. On the other side of that coin, if they are doubling down and sticking with, Rian Johnstein and J.J. Abraham and all these other assholes, then Star Wars is really going to become, it's going to become Transformers. It's going to become all these other franchises that are just around surviving on nostalgia. So again, I think Star Wars is still very much in the air. Like I said, I still think it's a coin flip either way. Every time I want to say that they're going to go belly up, I can't help but see Clone Wars and Kathleen Kennedy's meeting a few weeks ago. It's still very much undecided for Star Wars right now.
Yeah, I know some people are buying into it hook, line, and sinker. But if anything, it's just be cautious is what I'm telling you guys. It's nice to be excited for stuff, but don't go blindly into something like this is the next Force Awakens, and you can be duped again if you don't pay attention.
Yeah, dude. Do not just like it and want to support it because of nostalgia. And you thought the previous show was was good. Just be very careful and very wary of it. If you have to pay for the channel, don't pay for it. Illegally download the few episodes and see how they are and judge for yourself that way.
Yeah, I'm not buying the streaming service for shit. I liked the Clone Wars quite a bit. There's no way they're getting my money for their streaming service.
No, man, somebody will pirate it and it'll be out on some streaming service for sure. I mean, some torrent or whatever very soon. So it'll happen, man. It's just the way of the world. So
Yeah, I wish there was more really to say. I know other channels are out there with all their speculation and excitement. Cool, enjoy it, guys. But realize,
I mean we can only speculate on what we're seeing, what the article says, and what the trailer is. And for me, I can't speculate any further because I've not seen it. Dion can. I don't know if have you watched the show?
Oh yeah,
me,
absolutely.
yeah, most of the episodes.
So then you guys can speculate farther than we can. So you guys can probably tell what's going to happen and how it's going to be. But like I can't say fuck all.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah, good for us, I guess. Yay! But don't give Disney a pass and don't forget about Episode 9.
Never
I'm gonna
forget.
Never forget. Hashtag don't forget. Hashtag Clone Wars. Whatever that fucking hashtag they put out there. I'll get into it this week in a solo video by myself. I'll sit down. I'll read all these articles and break it down for you guys. Just to give you guys the truth of the situation. This isn't Disney bringing back a show out of the goodness of its heart. It's desperation on their end.
Oh yeah, it's total spin. We got to do something to get back in the good graces of the fans.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I assume they'd want to sell toys of Clone Wars as well, so that could be what they're trying to do with that too. So
they had them before, and they're bringing back some higher end stuff. There was an Ahsoka Hot Toys, I believe they showed on the panel floor, all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna see.
Yeah.
This is their attempt at a resurgence. Now, folks, if you truly are pissed at the Kathleen Kennedy regime and you want change, don't go blindly buying their fucking streaming service. Be smarter than that. I know we sound kind of mean and militant tonight, but for the last 7 months, all I hear about is you want this and you want that. It's not going back to that with the season or two of this show. 12 episodes they guaranteed. No. They're just polishing what was finished. It'd be like if we went back to Jack Kirby's archives and picked up a couple of his old scripts and somebody inked the work. And they're like, oh, Jack Kirby's back and better than ever. Well, Jack Kirby's been dead for 25 years. This is just the remainder of the shit that we decided to pump out and make some more money on. That's what this is.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm pretty sure the streaming service is going to have one hell of a fucking price in the beginning of it. It'll be like, a whole year for like $80 or some shit like that, where it's just like, well, it's this much a month, and if I pay it now, I can get this. And I'm sure that they're gonna make it to where you almost have to have it.
And just to clarify for a few folks in the comments, obviously some people came in a little bit late. We're not saying that Star Wars or that Disney made Clone Wars. We're saying that Disney is bringing it back up. The show was completed. They consciously made a decision to not continue it. And what was it, 2012 or 13 or whatever? So they decided not to continue the show. So we know Disney didn't create Clone Wars. We're clarifying that very fact. So just so you guys know.
Yeah. Thanks to Albedo, though, we have even more proof. So if you guys want to read into it at greater length before I get to put out the video, let me give you the website so you can check it out. It comes from the Midichlorian Center. It's a WordPress website. I'll make sure Nick tweets out that link in a little bit, and we'll use that hashtag that they want us to use. Don't worry, guys. Don't buy into their shit. We've never tried to dupe you before. Don't let them dupe you this time.
Yep.
So let me read a couple of the super chats that rolled in. Thank you, guys. Matt Deckard, the ad shows war. It's time we went back to war. Yes, the ad did show war. The trailer had really weird animation. It was off-putting. And I like how the Clone Wars style is. I just don't think it was done. Let's see what else popped up here. Mark's Main, thank you very much. 1, Clone Wars was overrated, even the best episodes. 2, announcing it now makes just a carrot on a stick to entice the old fans back. Thank you, Mark's Main, you get it. When I heard this, I thought, cool. And then, well, this is a desperation attempt, and now it's even more so.
The move itself is definitely, the second half of what he said is definitely true. About the show being overrated. Get the fuck out of here.
My thing is, the next time we're going to hear from Star Wars, it's going to be at the fan celebration. Oh, guys, the original trilogy is getting a 4K release on Blu-ray. And then everyone will be like, oh, my God, Star Wars has been so great the last couple months. And then the movie is going to come out and disappoint people. And they're going to go, well, I still got the original trilogy. I don't care anymore. Whatever. Go get yourself a copy of the Despecialized. I did. It's interesting. I'll have a video out about it fairly soon.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm glad I sold my VHS tape, so...
Ty TV says, I said this in the comments section of the trailer. Be thankful we're getting more Clone Wars, but never forget about The Last Jedi.
Damn right.
Thank you, Ty TV. You
trust
never forget about The Last Jedi. They're fucking going back and changing The Last Jedi. We'll talk about that. And again, this episode of the show is going to cover many things, and I will be going back and giving you guys more in-depth analysis this week about the stuff. So if you think we missed a point, don't worry. I'm going to be covering it at great length this week. So you guys got a lot of world-class bullshitters to look for in the Comic-Con week.
Woohoo!
Let's see. Rhino4563, thank you. Jeff, I see you didn't like the Titans, but if it progresses and doesn't stay dark and pays close to the comic, it might be worth it. Oh, don't worry, Rhino. We're going to be talking about that Titans trailer. By the way, folks, I didn't post the original link over on the Facebook page. That was Joel. Joel still has access to the Facebook page because he does post a lot of the memes and stuff you guys love. So shout out to Joel.
He does. Yeah, he does good shit. He doesn't fuck around. So why not?
He's also a very sad, lonely old man, and we need to make him feel welcome and loved.
Press F for some Joel love. That's the only way he's getting effed.
Damn.
I know. Sorry, Joel. If you're listening, I love you, man.
No, sorry, not sorry.
Let's see. High Recluse Shark Grimalda says the Clone Wars was great, folks, but remember what comes after it. The steaming pile of horseshit that was Rebels. That is Disney Star Wars, people. Where they use helicopters and shit out of lightsabers.
I remember somebody showing me that. I was like,
so crazy.
What the fuck was that?
That was like, motherfucker, what?
To the Jedi copter.
Here's a good one. Sorian Sky, thank you very much. Whose love is greater, Jeremy for Ahsoka or EVS for Rose? I'm going to go with EVS for Rose because EVS has made shirts and songs, and Jeremy just gets turgid for her.
Yeah,
EVS
he gets real stiff for her, for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's weird.
By the way, Governor Tarkin, thank you very much. Never forget TLJ t-shirt. Oh, maybe, I should work on that this weekend. I'll put it up on our Etsy store, and it'll be on the worldclassbullshitters.com website sooner than you guys think. So
yeah, and remember, guys, if you order the shirt and you wear it, take a picture of it and send it to us, preferably through Twitter. And I will retweet it and put it everywhere else. So make sure I'm
gonna do you guys one better when the website's launched officially. When that happens, if you guys wear a T-shirt to a convention and you send us a picture, I'll send you guys a free little gift as a thank you for helping spread the word of World Class Bullshitter. So
there you go.
This is a team effort.
Spread the gospel.
Yeah, this is a team effort, and I'm gonna, I want to say thank you for helping us out. So don't worry. Let's see. Claustoric, how will they weave in their SJW ideals? Well, Claustoric, I think it's, unless they're going to hire the actors back to rewrite or to re-record dialogue about Luke Skywalker is an asshole, even though that wouldn't make sense chronologically. I think they're just going to have to bite the bullet on what came before it and deal with Star Wars proper for a few months before Kiri Hart and the story group can just shit all over it, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, they'll find some way of weaving in their bullshit. It'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Fiwis 18 Racing, thank you very much. Just a quick money grab for it. By the way, what new animated series are they going to come out with next? Since the Rebel series is ending and the Clone Wars is only one season. I had heard that they were supposed to do something post Return of the Jedi, which makes sense. Have you, Dion, you're the biggest Star Wars fan on the channel with me. Have you heard anything? What's coming next?
Well, I had heard, I think it was mainly a bunch of hearsay on like comic book vlogs and stuff like that, but that they were going to try and do something between about that time for Luke and Leia between Empire and Return of the Jedi. So they were going to try and bring in Prince Zior and do all that shit. So that's what I had heard a little bit ago, which I thought would be really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's all a lot of hearsay.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just gonna. I know we got the Jon Favreau series that's coming out post Return of the Jedi before Force Awakens, so that's a guaranteed thing. If they're gonna go with animation, I wouldn't be surprised if they stick with the Force for Diversity crap and just put a bunch of saccharine bullshit in terms of Star Wars out there.
Yeah, I mean that really sucks because I really like Jon Favreau.
Hey, I still have faith in Jon Favreau. That dude made Iron Man. He was involved with very, very bad things. He was on My Name is Earl. I Love You, Man. Jon Favreau has been in some great shit. I'm still holding out that he has some sensibilities about him. He knows how to work in the machine, not necessarily the Disney machine, but he knows how to work inside the machine, and hopefully they give him the respect that he deserves.
Well, what I'm hoping for is that if it doesn't work out, he'll just be like, you'll have a news report of him leaving, and that'll be him just not being able to work in the Disney machine. And if he does stay in, hopefully it'll be him being able to work in that machine and getting something good out of it. So,
well, I think it's too late for Kathleen Kennedy and her ilk at Lucasfilm to actually do anything to hurt him. I think that the people in charge know that the regime that's currently in power isn't good for anyone. So they'll just, and I think the people in power know that they fucked up.
Yeah.
This morning on Good Morning Pop Culture, I covered the entire Lucasfilm story group and how ill-equipped they are to discuss this shit.
Yeah, I listened to a little bit of that this morning. I got you an answer on your movie pass question.
What was that one?
It was one about how the tickets work or whatever you were asking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. I contacted my brother because he works for Regal, so he told me how they work because he works for them, so he knows. He said, they said the tickets are sold as any particular movie are just kind of just tickets. I think they have a deal with the studio, and the studio has a thing with Movie Pass, and that's how it works. Regal gets paid regardless, so it doesn't matter. But that's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was curious. I didn't want to give that person a bullshit answer, so hopefully they're still listening tonight.
Yeah.
And now they know.
Yeah, because I listened to a little bit of it this morning when I was up for a little bit, and I caught that, and I was like, I'm going to ask Sean and see what he says, and that's the answer I got. So.
Well, Thiewes Racing, this is a quick money cash grab, and you're not going to you'll get the hype for the streaming service. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled out some big gun like, hey, we're bringing back X-Men. What? Or some shit like that. Right. Like, oh my God, X-Men the animated series. Like, yeah, we're bringing the theme song back and everything, and there's Spider-Man 2 with Christopher Daniel Barnes, and people will spurg out and they'll
they will bring out some enticing shit. I know they fucking will. It's gonna happen. You'll hear about it all in one shot. It'll be like, here's what's happening. Here's how we're launching a streaming service. We're gonna give you all this stuff and a really good price too. You're gonna have to buy it. It's like, go fuck yourselves.
It'll be one of those things where it's only like $12.99 a month, but you have to lock in 6 months at a time.
Ooh, yeah, it'll be some shit like that.
Oh yeah, they already were doing that whole. If you do 12, you save 20%.
Well, we're going to talk about the DC streaming service in a little bit after we get through the super chat. So that'll be an interesting discussion to have too, because the streaming services from each brand now seems to be the future of entertainment, and that's not that good. So Governor Tarkin says, wait for it. Trooper takes off a helmet to reveal a woman. They switch the chromosome to make a female clone trooper.
Oh, you know what? That's probably what they're going to fucking do.
Totally see that happening.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised at that at all, man. That'd be like, because especially these last 2 years, man, gender swapping for the sake of gender swapping is a huge fucking thing.
So they're gonna gender swap a clone, so it's no longer a clone.
Well, it's a clone,
just a female version.
Yeah, it's not a clone though. A clone's a copy.
You can have different sexes of clones.
No, it's a clone.
They'll have some bullshit where they like some rogue geneticist went crazy and changed the chromosome.
We have female clones now.
They're like the frogs from Jurassic Park. Like they can change sex whenever they want to. I don't know.
So Jango Fett is the base for the clones.
Who's drinking Alex Jones's water? Is what you're saying?
Ah, the clones are gay.
The clones are turning gay.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a story.
Oh fuck!
2 clones fall in love and they start a clone farm or some shit.
Now, what would happen if like 2 of the clones did fall in love and like had a clone baby? Would it be like in Multiplicity where the one comes out like really retarded?
I guess it would be like
a good question.
Into inbreeding, right?
Yeah,
that counts. That's inbreeding. I want to say you got
that is entirely inbreeding. Also, Multiplicity is a great fucking movie.
You can only get this shit on World Class Bullshitters. Clone inbreeding.
I fucking miss Multiplicity.
We should watch that soon.
We should get me a monkey.
Aaron Cook says, "Oh, good."
I was gonna say that's Michael Keaton at his finest. We love Batman '89. Think he's fantastic, but that movie is him being able to play like 4 roles in the same movie. It's awesome.
He pulled an Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, without having to put on makeup.
Yep. It was
I
amazing.
haven't seen that in so long.
So good. So good.
Aaron Cook says, channels like yours have inspired me to try my hand at film review and analysis. Thanks, guys. No trolling for once. Well, thank you, Aaron. I'm glad that we've inspired you, and I hope you make your channel grow big, and don't forget about us.
Yeah. We are the wind beneath your wings.
Nathan says, watch recent Collider Jedi Council. Interesting conversation there, especially around 1 hour and 6 minutes. Do they mention the High Council? That'd be kind of cool. We'll see. They're quickly becoming irrelevant. So I'm surprised. I won't be surprised if they plot anything. Jay Reed, thank you for your super chat. Dave Filoni involved is the only positive. American Trent 007. Hey guys, I'm watching On Her Majesty's Secret Service. A great film so far. Definitely cleanse the movie watching palate, if you know what I mean. Well, Trent, I hope you heard that you're listener of the week, if you know what I mean. But thank you, Trent. Yeah,
make sure you watch a documentary about George Lazenby as well, man, on Hulu. It's fucking worth it.
Channel Dad Brian Lape says, latest beer review with my daughter is live. So if you guys want to go enjoy some Lape love, you go watch that review, the Brian Lape channel.
Well, Channel Dad, you need to fucking tweet at me so I can retweet it all over everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Go masticate to videos of Lape and his daughter.
Sire J. Longstroke says, even Jar Jar Binks was treated better in the Clone Wars than Luke Skywalker was treated in the sequel trilogy. Well, you're not wrong.
Oh, God.
100% right, actually. So thank you, Sire J. Longstroke. And I still think of the shit you said the other night in the High Council. That was really weird about the playground. Party on Civvy. They're doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. A small step up from rock bottom. The episodes are half written, half animated already. They'll be fine. The problems are caused losing momentum until episode 9. Well, it won't. It definitely won't. Trust me. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna lose any interest on my end. This is a quest for fun. Actually, we're on a pilgrimage to see a moose. All hail Marty Moose. No, but don't worry, Party on Civvy. The High Council, which has a pretty damn good reach every week, will not forget about that stuff. If you guys don't forget about us, we won't forget about it. And it's all in preparation for the Star Wars celebration. We'll see how it goes. It'll be an interesting time to chronicle everything that's happening between now and then and how Disney responds. A lot of people have been saying on our Facebook page how Disney has brought back the social media hatred, especially from the likes of like John Kasdan, how he's not a spoiled dickhead anymore. Maybe Disney has stepped in for Lucasfilm on Lucasfilm to say, hey, get your shit together. So it's going to be kind of interesting.
Well, I bought a little device so we could use my DSLR to use it as a webcam and live stream from wherever we are. So that'll be awesome.
You and I will talk off air, and we'll get the shit ready for the hotspot and everything I need for Horror Hound. So we'll talk. Yes. And Zaire says, did you see the trailer for Titans with Oprah cosplaying as an 80s hooker?
God damn. The fucked up thing is how fucking accurate that is.
We will talk about that. We'll get through these super chats. We'll talk about the Last Jedi comic, and then we'll go directly into the Titans thing, because I don't really want to shit on stuff this entire show, because Comic-Con's supposed to be fun. But my God, I was at a store today.
There was like CNN wrote an article about how like the fandom's toxic, and the people are there
for everything.
There was some articles like, the fuck, man, like is somebody there who's like 50 years old and just talk to 4 people, like what's going on?
Well, they were gonna blame people like us. Oh, you're a hate mob. Actually, we're a pretty positive group of individuals who are just unimpressed with what these big media conglomerates are doing with franchises we care about. That's the nicest way you can describe what we do here on the channel.
Yeah.
Michael Hunting, resist Disney streaming service. Don't worry, Michael, I ain't buying that shit.
Whenever it comes out, everybody should start like reviewing it and giving it 1 star.
If I can get a free trial of it, I'm gonna watch everything and downvote it. I'm gonna stay up for the 7 days straight. My God. I'm gonna live stream me staying awake for 7 days, drinking out of my Keurig, laying on the floor. God, please let the fucking Cinderella sequels end. I'll be freaking out.
If you downvote everything.
Yeah. Fuck you, Pocahontas. Maurice, go ahead.
You slowly going into madness, like It would be amazing to watch.
It's just too many possibilities. It's just too many. Mareth the Elite, thank you for your super chat. There's no message, but thank you the same. Party Civi again says, funny you mentioned clones on a farm. There's an episode where the clones deserts and settled down with a hot Twilight chick and her kids on a farm. Lucky man. Yeah, I think that's what I was referencing. I've watched, the thing is, I may not know as much about the EU as people want me to, but I've watched most of the Clone Wars. I did like that show quite a bit. Mareth Dialine again says, trying to catch up with YouTube videos after work. Well, hopefully you've caught up with our SJW Star Wars playbook, because that's one of my favorite videos we put out in a while. So if you're out there watching and you haven't checked it out, trust me, you're going to like it. ZHS sent in a super chat that says, the first actual Disney-produced Clone Wars episode will be an origin story for Vice Admiral Gender Studies. Hashtag fuck Disney's wallet. Hashtag God bless torrents. Thank you, ZHS. And God bless your hashtags. Bagel Goose, a.k.a. Cecil. I had about a half an hour of it. Sorry, Cecil. I had about half an onion today. I regret it. Damn.
Watch Canopy, Bagel Goose.
And it looks like we're all caught up on the super chat. So let's talk about the damn Star Wars The Last Jedi comic book.
Ooh.
So the word on the street is they're altering the fucking comic book to cut out the parts of the movie that everyone hates to make that canon so we can move into episode 9 with a more positive outlook.
Okay.
So they're cutting down Canto Bite.
So hilarious.
And they're changing some of the plot points. Let me see if I can find that article while you guys.
So what they should have done in the movie.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, they're okay. So they fucked up the movie, and they're like, "Oh, read the book so you can understand the movie." Now they're saying, "Oh, read the comic book and fuck the book and the movie." What the fuck are you doing? Like,
but remember, they're doing this because of the vocal minority. Like, no, bitch, you guys saw the movie, and a bunch of you said, "Yeah, that's not very good, guys. That's not very good," as we fucking told you would.
Exactly, and I mean it's too much too late. And I mean if they want to spend and waste their money, that's perfectly fine to me, because they can afford to. It's okay. But I mean, you're changing the comic book. Like, how is it going to fix the movie? The movie's still shit. The Blu-rays are out. What are you going to do? Like, give it you're going to track everybody down who bought one and be like, "Oh, sorry, here's a new Blu-ray. We re-edited it and made it better."
See, when they do stuff like that, they're targeting the super fans. They're targeting the people who buy all the extra shit. They're not targeting the casual moviegoer. So they're specifically changing this shit, putting out the comic books to get the hardcore Star Wars fans to at least, when someone says something, "Oh, well, actually in the comic book or actually in the book," that's what that all is. It's them trying again to cater to the people that they've been insulting for the last 7 months. So, which is fucking hilarious because, so many people swore up and, "Oh, we don't care. Your guys are toxic. You guys are just a vocal minority." But hey, they still made a comic book addressing a lot of the many fucking things that fans actually said. And it's hilarious.
Well, here's some of the stuff. This comes from the Nerdist. It says, looking at the comic book and examining how the changes affect the narrative of The Last Jedi. So, let's see. They make some changes like, was Admiral Holdo too flippant with Poe during the movie? That's addressed by Holdo telling Poe that she had a plan much earlier. And Admiral Akbar gets to say goodbye before his untimely demise. The comic also gives Leia context during her Mary Poppins moment in space and drastically shortens the time spent in Canto Bight to just a few pages. The adaptation even gives Luke some time to mourn his closest friend's demise and further explain his reasonings for going into hiding. Overall, each tweak adds layers and depth to the story that unfolded on screen.
God damn it.
How does Akbar get to say goodbye? He was like insta-killed when he was blown up by a bomb hitting the deck.
That's why this is hilarious, because he stops. Apparently they do in the comic book where it's the windows cracking and he goes, "It's been an honor with all of you," or something. And then it blows up and he gets pulled out. And
the band play him off as he dies.
Dumb.
Women and children to the lifeboats.
Yes. The ship crashes very slowly and then it breaks apart in the middle.
Hold on. It says that it doesn't mean that the changes will be recognized in episode 9, but it does appear to demonstrate that Lucasfilm isn't simply shrugging off earlier criticisms. We fucking won on that one, guys. Seriously. For all the shit that the fans bitched about this movie, now they've changed it in the comic book. So at least there's a change. Like, we could honestly say this is the first step to victory.
Yeah, but this is like the lowest bar of change. It's like, here's we made a comic book, a book with pictures and words. We changed some things, you know, to make it make more sense to you guys. Hopefully you like it. No, you fucked up the first time. You keep fucking up, and just quit it. Just stop. Just
I'm not saying that it's gonna be better for us. All I'm saying is that we complained with good enough reasoning, and now that they've gone back to fix it. If this was just a few people that had a problem with this movie, they wouldn't have even done this shit. Now they're fixing the fucking problems. This could be the first post-original. Well, to be fair, the prequel trilogy had some special edition changes, but this could be the first Disney Star Wars flick to have a special edition. Like, could you imagine if they went back like, okay, there's problems with this movie, we have to fix it, and then they wipe out the original cut? You think idiots on the internet will be fucking pirating the original cut of The Last Jedi down the road?
Oh God, nostalgia. I don't know, man. If they do that shit, I might have to buy a copy just to be like, this is the mistake they made. This is where they went wrong.
Oh, exactly. That's what it would be too. It wouldn't be, you know, the nostalgic, you know, before it had its faults, but it was good. No, people would be buying this shit like, hey, remember that scene that all of a sudden there's some more scenes with Akbar? Well, here's what the original cut was. You see him in the fucking background, and he's fucking cat food. Like that, like it's gonna be flat out a finger in Disney's face, like, hey, remember when you guys doubled down with Special K over there and you fucked us in the first release of this film? We're gonna remind you of this shit as long as we possibly can. And I'm gonna be one of those motherfuckers, the first one to buy that copy to hold on to that shit to remind them.
Oh, I'm gonna wait till this shit's leaked online, then I'm gonna read it and show you guys exactly what's fucking.
Oh yeah,
changed.
dude.
I ain't giving them a fucking dime.
Definitely.
Excuse my giant.
Will they add banthas where they weren't before?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Maybe
they'll show some of those goddamn bothans
that died to bring us the information.
That's right. Many of them.
But I just wanted to bring up how stupid the fact that they're changing it is. It makes me laugh. I almost feel like we've done it as a community. Like, all those problems that we addressed and complained about are going to get fixed somehow in some small way. Like I said, guys, if this wasn't a problem before, or if this wasn't a problem and we were just some fringe minority, they wouldn't even give a shit. But we did it. So everyone pat yourself on the back. If you had these complaints about The Last Jedi, even Disney has to listen because they don't want to have the perception of their brand be marred any more than it already is. And it's funny that this comes out yesterday from the Nerdist, but today we got the Clone Wars. So this story is effectively wiped away from the public. Everyone's going to be focused on the Clone Wars and everything else that comes out from Comic-Con. So I'm going to make sure that I put this video out first so everyone knows about this.
Oh yeah, but definitely.
So let's see. Claustoric says, "May I request a movie quote off between y'all?"
No.
Okay. Do you want me to start, or do you want to start, Dion or Nick or Kendo?
Ooh.
Now,
well,
okay. Now, what are the rules? Are we just doing movie quotes back and forth, or do we have to do the same movie?
Ooh. See, originally I thought just random movies, but we could do the same movie in the first one to not be able to stick with that movie gets a point. Whoever has the most points loses.
I think we should do random movies. That way, everyone can get a chance. Because you and I could just go into Star Wars, and I could say, don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. Like shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kendo, you go first.
Why didn't you save him, John? Because then you'd be dead too, asshole.
And then whoever wants to jump in next.
Where we're going? Oh fuck! Never mind. Never mind. I already fucked up. Already fucked up.
Sorry, Celsi. No shit, lady. You think I'm up here ordering a pizza?
Oh, Dion, you got it wrong though.
No, I didn't. No shit.
No shit, lady. You just tell I'm trying to order a pizza.
No, okay. All right, I'm not the only one who fucked up. Good.
All right, then we keep this thing rolling. My ally is the Force, and a powerful ally it is.
Always bet on black.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Beat it, Spook. This don't concern you.
Where we're going, you won't need roads.
You still messed it up, damn it.
Whatever. Where we're going, we won't need roads. Whatever. Fuck it. I tried.
No, it's roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me save your fucking ass. What happened, Doc? What are we, assholes or something?
Bam, spiked it. Fuck you, Miles Davis.
James Vanderbeek. Ah, nigga.
Salsa shark. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Fuck your kinky ass, Willie. Last time I had shit right for a week. Thank you, Klaus Stork. You know what, Klaus Stork? We're going to continue this on our Patreon tonight because this could go on for hours.
Either that or just Nick's frustration every time he says, like, God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, jerk, speed kills. There you go, Nick. You know that one.
Thanks.
Nobody calls me chicken.
So Really Good Chef says episode 9 is going to say, I identify as a Jedi.
Oh, God.
There'll be some fucked up internet commercial about that.
Dude, and see, I think that's another part of it. I think Disney doesn't want to be a meme years from now because you see that, you know, memes can or memes, as I like to annoy people with, they can make or break someone's career down the road. And I think Disney really, that's one reason why they fucking retcon this shit with the comic book. They really, really don't want to be a fucking meme. And I mean, especially for any major franchise, you know, the Mary Poppins thing was fucking hilarious because it was people on the internet immediately shat on it. And I think that's a huge concern for movies now. You don't want to be the movie that is famous for being so fucking stupid.
Yeah. They're just, I wonder how Rian Johnson feels. Like, do you think he sanctioned these changes or he's just like, okay, I made my movie?
No. Fuck no, he didn't check those changes. I think they knew that they were going to change it when they announced that J.J. Abrams was going to take back over episode 9. Not that that's a good idea, but I think they've been, especially with him getting on fucking Twitter, you know, and then they keep bringing up the Rian Johnstein post episode 9 trilogy. You know, you only bring it up that often if you're thinking about replacing the motherfucker. So I think, you know, that horse is about to leave the fucking barn, and I'm loving every second of it because I know that little fucking nerdy receding hairline motherfucker is sweating his ass off, but still talking shit on Twitter.
Did you just say horse and love in the same sentence?
No, not the same sentence. No.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Look, Rian Johnson's trilogy is a myth. You know, they'll tell you about it, but it ain't ever happening.
Like I said,
folks, this
no
is
one
a time
talks
for
that much about it if it's going to actually fucking happen.
No, but folks, remember, this is the time that instead of becoming, oh, we did it, we won, guys. No, now you power through because you got Disney on the ropes. They are responding and giving us what we want. Don't let them think that this little crumb was enough to keep us happy and satiated. No, push through episode 9. Let them know that this shit was garbage. This trilogy will be forgotten, and they will go back and bring back classic fun Star Wars without any modern politics behind it. Instead of the world around us they're trying to represent on screen, we'll get this fantastic galaxy far, far away that Star Wars was always meant to be. So the power is in your hands, like Captain Planet says, the power is yours. Do that shit. Get out there and make it fucking happen. That's all I can say to people.
I think he's talking about saving the planet and like planting trees or something, just to be clear.
I'm talking about saving Star Wars and planting your feet and saying, fuck Kathleen Kennedy and everybody involved with that shit.
Yeah.
It's the wind. It's the wind and the plants.
I feel like I just
Hey
cut
guys,
an
what's
epic
going on?
rock promo. No.
That is the best part of that movie.
I hate it so much.
As you should. It's so bad.
In theaters, dude. When they showed it at MSU, they had it matted improperly in the projectionist, so you can see the boom mic sticking down in frame the whole movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
God.
That is so awesome.
It was fucking trash. So Mako Rex, says Star Wars Resistance is next. Anime style show set right before The Force Awakens to explain the rise of the First Order and the Resistance. I was not aware that was the next thing. Thank you for letting me know. And I will say that I think that's dumb. Like that, really? Now we need a cartoon to explain why this happened. That doesn't save the movie. Think of the small percentage of people that are going to know this and all the people that jump in. You can watch the old Star Wars and know the story without reading any of the ancillary material.
Yeah.
And we said this when we reviewed The Force Awakens. You can't say, oh, well, it's a good movie because they explain this in the book. When you judge a film, you judge it as it was released. You can't keep going back and going, oh well, the comic book explains this part, so that actually no, it doesn't, because of the number of people who spent over $1 billion to watch that movie, the vast majority of them don't fucking know that. What they see is a fucking $1 billion movie that has dumb fucking parts in it, and you can't give it a pass because of some bullshit that they retroactively added because they knew that they made a mistake. You judge the film as is.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't say, oh, they pulled this from the EU, they pulled this from the EU, they pulled this from the EU, and it all makes sense. Like, no, it fucking doesn't, because I don't know what the EU is. I've only watched the movies. And the average person will just be like, well, this doesn't make any sense from what I've know about Star Wars and the movies. Like, yeah, not everyone's gonna read that shit.
When your characters aren't part of pop culture anymore, you got a problem. Everyone knows the story of Luke Skywalker. It's just, it's every man's journey. It's every hero's journey. We all know that shit. We're already locked in. The rest is just, garbage. And Governor Tarkin says, look, I spelled it right. Dion rocks. Thank you, Governor Tarkin. Party on Civvy, this may be my favorite one of the night so far. Disney right now is like Jeb 2016. Please clap.
Yes.
We don't go political, but goddamn, that one is fucking funny. Hi, Reclusiar Grimalda says, next it'll be put your lightsaber in Daisy Ridley so you can understand the movie. Wait, hold on, let me reread that one.
Hold on. If you actually said so you can underestimate her, that would have been hilarious.
I already underestimated her. It says, next it'll be put your lightsaber in Daisy Ridley so you can understand the movie. Is that do you mean like actual lightsaber or like euphemism for
he means
dong?
peen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's a euphemism for sticking the sausage in.
Now I can't stop thinking about it being they'll have a moment where you put your lightsaber in Rey so you can underestimate her. I can't stop laughing at that.
Hey, laugh at my expense. I'm only your best friend. Cowabunga says, went to CarMax on Saturday to sell my 2002 Pontiac Grand Prix. Bastards only gave me $300. Hashtag still more profitable than Disney Star Wars.
Oh, god damn.
Can we please bring that one back? If that was one of my favorite nights ever. Hashtag more profitable than Disney Star Wars. And just send us a picture of like a loaf of bread or a turtle or some shit like that. I don't know. Just random stuff. More profitable than Disney Star Wars.
Make sure you tag us in it so I can retweet it.
Oh god, yeah! Please tag us in all those funny tweets. We will retweet all your stuff. Party Home City says it would be extremely painful.
Was he in the darkness?
He was born in it, molded by it. I don't know the rest.
He didn't see the light until he was but a man, and by then it was blinding.
The Pui, thank you very much, The Pui. What did I miss? Well, The Pui, you missed us talking about the Clone Wars television show. You missed a good chunk of the opening of the podcast. It turns out that Disney's bringing back the Clone Wars is just them finishing the old episode that had already been started. So it's not anything to get too excited for. And then we talked about how The Last Jedi comic has basically tried to fix the film, but it's too late.
And you missed what happens to your body when you don't get enough fiber.
Oh, no more berry. Yeah, we're gonna eat a dolphin. Thank you, 007 Cloud. Chris Scheimer says Star Wars Episode 9, The Room Returns. Oh, hi, Chris.
Oh my god,
I'm in.
You'll never know who says bet we'll see Tito's parents in the Clone Wars. That's messed up. 2 random Asian people. Yep, that's Rose Tico's parents.
Damn.
Which is gonna be funny because they're all about like not being racist and including everybody, but like that's fucking racist.
Yeah,
it really is.
Where's your sister? She not come home with A+.
Mom, Dad, I got something to tell you.
Sister's dead.
But you got an A+ on her mission though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Admiral Holdo's proud. She did what she had to do.
Pink cat lady, no fun.
And then you have fucking Finn be like, I thought you were you grew up in a place like the slave place. Oh, cuz plot.
Yeah. My dad's actually short round and he's from Earth.
and he's a neurosurgeon, yeah.
No more parachutes. He's talking about Rose's jumpsuit. Grand Inquisitor says, don't worry, Jeff, I ain't seeing 9. Stay on target. Thank you, Grand Inquisitor. Net Trickster says, episode 10, Slave for Kid from Canto Bight and Soylent Green.
That would have been great. Like you had like their Tico and fucking Finn are like only one place makes money off of this, and you just see Charlton Heston getting dragged away in the crowd. It's people.
Wait, hold on. Can we? God damn it! No, the Soylent Green is actually ground up Jedis, and they just feed it to people so they can get.
That's what Order 66 was. Palpatine's attempt to feed the universe.
Yeah, and give everybody fucking Jedi power.
Only the midichlorians could help you.
The strongest of wills.
That's all it was. You want to grind them up and make fucking Soylent out of them.
Soylent Jedi.
I would watch that movie, Soylent Jedi.
Dude, that would be dark as shit, but I'd fucking love it. It would be amazing.
CR Khan 4457 says on the female clone trooper, life finds a way.
Oh, fuck you.
Social justice finds a way.
God damn it.
No, it's SJW's find a way to fuck it up. Bagel Goose, what do you think of Jeremy's ranting defense of The Force Awakens? Well, folks, I'm going to be
perfect.
Nobody's perfect. I'm going to be on a stream tomorrow night with Jeremy talking about The Force Awakens. I will rip into him live. Or we'll have a gentlemanly debate. It's up to him.
People fuck up. It happens.
Yeah. Shit happens when you party naked.
That's right.
Mark's Main.
Yeah,
episode 8 special edition. Jake Skywalker goes to Crate and summons a bunch of CGI Rontos to crush the First Order rebel style. # saved in the kanji. Sorry, saved in the retcon CGI. There we go. Thank you, Mark's Main.
They were smart. They would have had Han Solo do a Batman Begins where he has a little button on his belt and a bunch of Minox come out of nowhere. And then the music hits, and then Han Solo just jumps over a fucking railing.
Chew it on the power cable.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Aaron Cook says, needs more Star Wars sex metaphors, guys, like shooting my torpedoes in her exhaust trench.
Man, you know, I nailed a lot of romp rats back in my T16, if you know what I'm saying.
No, those were hood rats, Dion.
Is Wayne Brady gonna have to
shit,
same
same thing.
bitch?
They're a little bit bigger than 2 meters wide, though.
Yeah, they're hood rats. I'm trying to think. I think Aaron
rats in my T16. Should I call it my P16?
Centimeters.
Oh.
I haven't even had anything to drink tonight. I'm just in a really good mood. I love Comic-Con. Michael Hunting. Thunder Robots. They see what Ivan Ortega did, and they saw what Ivan Ortega was doing, and they know they're screwed up. Yeah. Ivan Ortega is a fantastic editor who can partially save. Well, he can save a shit show of a film. So now they're using a comic book to fix that and maybe try to render his work useless.
He was in the High Council, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He lives by you.
Does he really? Shit.
You know, like 15 minutes away, because I mentioned that
They're neighbors.
That cross place. He goes, "Oh, I live right by that." So you guys are. You guys should try to find a way to talk, because he edits movies and stuff, and I think you guys would have a lot to talk about.
Oh shit!
Not Star Wars at all.
Oh yeah, I could probably start a whole series with him then, or something.
Yeah, you guys should get together and talk and compare notes. He's a very nice, friendly guy.
Yeah, man. I'll look him up and see what we can do.
Michael Hunting says Star Wars Episode 9 because plot. And then Governor Tarkin, I went to GameStop to sell Battlefront for $6.56. # still more profitable than Disney Star Wars.
Jesus. I think it's on PlayStation Store now for like $17 or $18.
Still $18 too much.
Yeah, I was just like, shit, man.
Best I can do is 25 cents.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, GameStop is slowly killing itself, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's funny. You just wait for all these bullshit companies to grow big enough, and then they'll just choke themselves out.
Yeah.
Wait till Disney does it.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that whole black hole effect where they become so big they collapse on themselves.
Thank you, Lucasfilm. We will not miss you. So speaking of black holes, let's talk about these independent streaming services that are being launched by massive multimedia companies like DC Comics. So what you guys see on the screen right now is the pricing for the new DC Comics streaming service. It's called The Ultimate Deal. Pre-order your annual membership for $74.99 and get an additional 3 months for free. Plus, you'll receive an automatic entry for a chance to win 2 tickets to the U.S. premiere of Aquaman. Asterix. So what you get, you can either get a $7.99 monthly subscription, or you can get a $74.99 annual subscription where you save 20%. And now on both of these, you get access to the DC universe on all your favorite devices. You can enjoy unlimited access to exclusive original DC series, animated movies, legendary films and TV shows, a curated list of DC comics, and more. I want to know what the and more is. Daily news program and exclusive membership or members-only shop, which sounds kind of cool. Chance to win accessories and events and exclusive experiences, and a 7-day free trial. Now, if you join the annual subscription, you get all those things, plus premium annual member benefits and rewards, and you save 20% versus monthly. So what do you guys think about this? Not necessarily just the DC thing, but these other companies trying to release exclusive streaming services about their brands.
I mean, it's weird, and it's kind of bad because you have the top 3 like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime, and they've done pretty good. They've got really good content. They've cultivated a good amount of stuff. With all these individual, and then you have the individual guys who are starting to take away content from those streaming services and put it on their own platform and start charging like $9-10 a month, and it's like, why are you doing this? If you keep adding all these streaming services up, like, what's the point of cutting the cost of cable? Like, it doesn't make any sense, because you're going to be paying the exact same price per VOD app to watch everything you would watch on cable anyway. So I don't see the point. And what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of them just dwindle out and die. Like I think, what is it? Redbox has Redbox had an app where they were streaming stuff a couple of years ago, and it died. And they have it now again. I think it's still the same bullshit. So.
I didn't even know they had one, so that just goes to prove your point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they had one. They had one a long time ago, and they're like, "Oh yeah, thousands of movies." And I'm like, I remember getting the trial and looking at it. It was a bunch of old shitty public domain movies that they had gotten, and some like older stuff that nobody wanted, and just like 1 or 2 newer things. And I was like, "Oh fuck you, man! I'm not paying for this." And like, I think within 6 months, they said, "No, we're not doing it." And they brought it back again recently. And I think it's the same shit again. It's just like different branding, different colors, and different interface or whatever. So
that's why I like Crackle being free. Yeah, I'll watch a commercial, but I can watch End of Days or Heavy Metal all I want. So
yeah. Their stuff is okay. Like they got a good amount. They got a good amount of okay things on there, so it's fine.
Yeah, sell me some commercials, and then I'll watch your movies with commercial breaks as long as they're uncut.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Dion, you're
way, baby.
What'd you say?
Do it the IFC way.
Damn right. Except show more than that 70s show on repeat.
I know, that pisses me. Why did they do that? They've been doing that for the last year and a half?
Dude, they censored that 70s show on my local TV station.
That's so weird.
They cut out the word midget.
Oh, come on, God.
What?
That's awfully short-sighted of them.
God damn it.
Get out. Get out.
Yeah.
That movie
not with Jordan Peele. Just get out.
Dion, you're a huge comic book fan like I am. Does this service entice you at all?
It does. It entices me, but not enough to actually buy it. Because listen, like I said, if it's, again, I think that one, the idea of a company like DC having their own streaming service, it's as a comic book fan, that's cool, right? Because that's a DC distributor. That's groups of artists that they can put out their shit, animated movies, all that stuff. The only problem is, it's I would much rather them make a deal with Netflix, with Hulu, with Amazon Prime, because how many people are going to get it? I mean, you don't have the movie franchise to justify it because you fucked that up. 2, you have your animated TV shows, but what are you going to bring back? Young Justice? Are you going to do new animated shows? I mean, and then 2, 3, if you're going to base this off of that fucking Titan show, well, you're in fucking trouble, because I can tell you right now, what that comes off is like, oh, well, we're going to try to be like Netflix, but then you're not fucking Netflix. So, don't pigeon-toe yourself trying to be like a different company. And that's where I'm just like, I'm not getting that shit right away. Even for $75 for a whole year, what 3 months free? Like, is Gal Gadot gonna come to my apartment and show me her butthole? Probably
Oh
not.
God, I'll sign up today.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think it's
but I don't think they have enough to do it yet, and I'd rather them just stick with Netflix or something.
yeah, and the price breakdown. I think it's like it's 15 months total, correct? It's with the 3 months added on.
Yes.
Okay, so it becomes if it's $7.99 a month. If you go that route, it's going to be $120. If you go $75 or $74.99, it's going to be $5 a month then for 15 months. That's the breakdown.
Here's the thing: the pricing doesn't bother me. The pricing doesn't come off as off-putting. What bothers me is the fact that the shit that they're putting on there is the original content, the stuff that they're using to entice you, pisses me off. We're gonna get into the Titans trailer in just a moment because people are like, "Oh, you're gonna shit on everything." No, this looks so bad. This looks fake. Like, I honestly thought this was a joke trailer.
Yeah,
Like, I can't believe that. It's funny, for as desperate as DC seems at times, then they go and do something like this and they don't redeem themselves. Marvel can fuck up a little bit with the movies and then they come back stronger. Well, hopefully. This is a joke. But the only thing that interests me is if they have HD remasters of all their cartoons, and I mean all their cartoons, not just the animated series from Batman and Superman. I want the Ruby Spears Superman. I want all the fucking Super Friends. I want all the.
I want
New
the
Adventures
Batman
of
from
Batman.
07. I want Batman Beyond. I want
All of it. Look at. Much like the WWE Network, the streaming service wasn't dick for the first 2 years. Yeah, you could watch the pay-per-views, but your back catalog was not there. Now, finally, 4 years and 3 months after that shit got launched, they have all the Raws, all the SmackDowns, all the pay-per-views, and they have new content coming out regularly. DC cannot afford to do a poor launch in this modern era where they're in competition with not only Marvel, but with Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and everything else out there. If it's on the internet, it's competition. We're technically competition to them. They need to start out of the gate stronger than they ever could think they could be. Have everything available. And that 7-day free trial better be really enticing. Not like, hey, in the next 7 days, this is going to happen. Like, don't fuck anybody over. Like, they join for 7 days and then after it cancels, they get better shit. No, you got to hook them when they're young.
like the drug companies.
Go ahead, Nick.
I was going to say, like the drug companies, hook them while they're young.
Well, the idea that they have an exclusive store excites me because they actually release the images of what you can get in their exclusive store, and it's a series of Justice League action figures. And I don't mean like just the regular Justice League, but the animated versions of the Justice League and like the new DC collectibles style. So if I can join up for 7 days and then buy that and then cancel, I may do that because I don't want to watch Crackhead Starfire.
Yeah, I mean, I might do the same thing. I might get it for 7 days and see what it's like, and then like cancel it because, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I have no need for it, honestly. So,
well, we had an interesting super chat from Steve Fernald. Thank you, Steve, for being patient. Thoughts on Bad Santa? In my opinion, top 3 Christmas movie. What do you guys think about this?
I wouldn't say top 3, but it's. I think it's easily that's easily top 10. You can make an argument for top 5, but.
I know you'll put Lethal Weapon on there, but like, what are you going to put above Bad Santa? Because it's top 3 for me.
Lethal Weapon, Die Hard. I just had the Jingle All the Way and
really, Jingle All the Way is better than Bad Santa. That movie's fucking trash.
Bill Hartman is the only thing I'm going to.
It had Jake Lloyd.
It's true, it did.
Wizard.
Yeah, but you got.
Now this is pod racing, Turbo Man.
Yeah.
Good Sinbad, not 2000s Sinbad. You had 90s Sinbad.
Okay, I'll give you that one. You said Sinbad. Sinbad. So,
well, no. I mean, I watch it. It's okay. I still, it's not one of my top Christmas movies. It really isn't.
And then there's the Santa Claus, the only good Tim Allen Santa Claus movie. So I say, yeah, top 5 is an argument for sure.
Who are you? You and I have never discussed Tim Allen ever.
We talk about how we love I keep wanting to call it Tool Time, Home Improvement all the time. We talk about that all the time.
Fine, we've talked about Home Improvement. We've never talked about the Santa Claus. Are you going to tell me your favorite other Christmas movie?
Asterix, motherfucker.
I love Jamie Lee Curtis in the bikini scene because of the priest. Whatever.
What?
Just okay. Steve, for me, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so I'm putting that up there.
Yep.
And then A Christmas Story, and maybe Bad Santa or Christmas Vacation.
Really? Come on, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Come on now.
Oh, he's
Oh,
terrible.
shit.
You know it.
I would put
that might be top 25.
Oh, jeez.
Steve chimed in with another super chat. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going to ignore yours, but Steve chimed in with Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, and Bad Santa. Those are Steve's top 3 Christmas films.
It's a good top 3, man.
I'm glad you put in Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. I like Lethal Weapon 2 more than I like 1, so that's never mind. I fucking love Lethal Weapon movies. So Thomas Dorian says Episode 9 is a 2.5-hour funeral for Admiral Gender Studies. Thoughts, guys?
I'd actually watch that because she deserves to get kept in the head after that shit.
Can we just watch her die repeatedly to the theme from Titanic? Crash. Gimblefoot says, people 10 years ago, let us pay for what we want to watch. People now, oh my God, all these independent streaming services. They just want money.
No,
I think back in the
wrong.
day, Gimblefoot, it was like, hey, we want to be able to pay for just ESPN and not have a cable package. But now you have to have, most people have their shit bundled together, so you're stuck with cable as is.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of the internet companies are forcing you, like from what I'm hearing from some people, like they're forcing you can't just have internet. You'd have to make it cheaper if you have like cable through them and internet. Then it becomes cheaper. It's fucking weird.
So then, like Xfinity does it. There's a local company out here up in mid Michigan. I keep wanting to say Airborne, but it's like a runoff of AT&T. I think AT&T does they only do internet in certain areas, but so many other ones, man, like they bundle both. And another thing too that they do is they fuck you when you have an apartment. A lot of apartment complexes you have to get both. You can't just get one. So they are on their last legs, dude. It's like watching a fucking 3-legged dog die. It's just they're just writhing and they're fighting that shit. It's
but I mean,
so
like,
weird.
well, the thing with that is that the ISPs control everything, and you can never break from one. You're just like, if you go from you'll go from what is it, Spectrum to AT&T to Xfinity to Sprint or whatever the fuck else. Like, you can never break away from those because they all have agreements with each other.
Yep, and it's gonna get worse with net neutrality being gone now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hold on. Zaire has this to say. It says streaming services. How much you want to bet the ISPs will bundle them since net neutrality is dead? Go with Time Warner and get DC streaming unthrottled because Netflix and Google Play will be throttled.
Yep, it's gonna happen. It's I'm sure it's on its way. I'm damn sure it's on its way. Because it's fucked up. And I think one thing that's gonna happen is everybody's gonna have to really learn and buy VPNs. Because that'll help you hopefully get around that. Just learn about what they are. Try to get a good one. Try to get one that's pretty, within your price range, and be able to hook it up and everything. So yeah, that might be the way to go.
It's really fucked up that everyone has a good thing going with access to the internet and all these great ideas, and now it's going to get fucked up because
money. Because these companies are crazy greedy. That's the problem. There's no competition in the market, so why should they care?
I
just don't think it's a bright future for this kind of stuff.
No, it isn't, and it sucks. I know some states are trying to make it to where, those laws won't go into place and stuff. I think California is like really, really fighting it hard.
Yeah, California and Hawaii are suing the government over it right now.
Yeah, well, Hawaii has to. That's the only way they can get anything is just through the internet. But yeah, California's been fighting hard. They almost didn't get it, but I think they're gonna be okay. It's just a state by state thing now. I think if that happens, we might be fine, but who knows, really?
Well, I don't know why Google, with their infinite power and reach, why don't they just really hardcore push Google Fiber and offer it to everybody and put these other telecom places out of business?
I think because the other companies own the lines, and they would have to buy them or rent them, and those companies charge them, a ridiculous price, and they don't want to do that. So I think what they're concentrating on right now is like really fast Wi-Fi. That's from what I hear.
Google is?
Yes.
Oh, well, hopefully that can happen. I don't really sit and say, "Oh, Google's the greatest thing in the world," but a company like that only can benefit by having.
It's probably what's going to happen. It's probably going to be fucking Amazon that does it, because they $150 million fucking owner there might just be like, yeah, I feel like buying an internet company.
Did you say 150 million? He's 500 billion, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. 150 billion. My bad. I forgot.
No, I would say Jeff Bezos would be like, oh, 150 million. I can burn 150 million dollars and just fucking spite you.
Sorry, 150 billion. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
Everything burns.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
I'm just on whoever's side gets me an internet line.
Jeez, yeah, that's the truth.
I just want shit to go back to the way it was.
Competition in the market. Yeah, I wish that would happen.
No, I meant like you buy the internet and everything's the same.
Yeah,
that's all I care about.
Yeah.
So Alpha Terranima says, "Why is Starfire's hair made of flaming hot Cheetos? Captain Marvel's new launch also looks like her hairline recedes faster than the ice caps."
God damn.
So I have a picture of Starfire's flaming hot Cheetos on the screen in front of you. I remember a few months back, Joel's like, "Look, they turned her into a hooker, blah, 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 blah." And he was really angry. And I was like, who gives a shit, Joel? You're just old and crotchety. And then I see this shit and I realized Joel was right the entire time.
Yeah, because we thought that he was exaggerating. We didn't know that was like 100% fucking accurate. Like, I was like, it's not that bad, Joel. It's not that bad. And sure enough, I'm like, this motherfucker, this bitch is wearing fur. Fucking fur. What is that?
Let's just look at the thing. Isn't Starfire meant to be like this orange alien?
Yeah, she's from another planet.
Now she's this like princess. This. I don't know what to say. She looks trashy. She looks tragic. Is the best.
She's a whore.
She looks like the worst. And that whole trailer was bad, but it looks ridiculous. Like it looks like someone in a fucking costume. It's terrible.
Well, let's talk about that trailer. So. The thing that bothered me the most about it, it was like, fuck Batman. And I didn't even care that they said fuck Batman. I was like, this just seems so, like, try hard. It's like, oh my God, some kid's got access to the kingdom.
I hated that. I fucking hated that. That is so indicative of DC's film production. Like, that's their whole attitude. I mean, and right there proves it. I mean, the only thing that's different is they need to add fuck Batman and Superman because they clearly want so bad to get away from that. And it's like, why can't you build off it? Use the big three as your foundation and build off of it. But to have that in your fuck Batman. Like, bitch, Robin needs Batman. The Teen Titans didn't happen despite fucking Batman. He was able to join the Teen Titans because he was trained by fucking Batman. So what that doesn't make sense as a comic book property to say fuck Batman. It really doesn't. And it pisses me off. That was my most hated part of that whole fucking trailer. That doesn't make any sense. Why would he say that? But then again, it's DC. They got to be dark. They got to be edgy. They got to be, oh, well, he's a tweener and he's getting away from his dad.
Yeah, I'm watching the trailer right now, and it looks like a really bad CW show. Like, that's what it looks like.
It looks fake.
It looks like a CW show.
Those old fan fiction trailers looked way better than this shit, and this is funded by Warner Brothers proper.
Yeah, I mean they got some fucking money and production behind it, but the fan made stuff,
the suits look terrible. Beast Boy's makeup looks fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Well, somebody, Darth Primus said something really fucking funny. He said Captain America language. I wish somebody like Ivan Ortega or one of our listeners would go in and edit it to where it says fuck Batman and Captain America just goes language. Laugh my ass.
Sorry, Cat.
You heard it here on World Class Bullshitters here, folks. Darth Primus concept. I put it out in the world. Let's get the video, put it up on the channel. Boom.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Jim Jarmusch joint. But no, I'm looking at this trailer and I'm thinking to myself, had Suicide Squad. Did somebody at Warner Brothers say, hey, Suicide Squad was a dumpster fire. Let's top that and make something even worse? Because you did it.
They had to have.
You did it.
I think because their shows are on CW, they're trying to hit that audience and hit that thing. That's why they're making it look like those shows. They're trying to hit that audience who's already kind of, following those characters, and they want to continue that, and that's why they've made it in this fashion.
But the DC fans are so passionate about the Titans, be them the Teen Titans or not. It's just a fandom that's so passionate and caring, and I feel like this is Warner Brothers' Last Jedi, where they're just doing shit to subvert expectations and piss people off and hurt people.
Yeah, this is probably a last ditch effort on their part. They're like, yeah, we got the show. It's Titans. They'll love it because it's Titans. It's like, no, it has put some fucking heart behind it. God damn it, put some story behind it. Like, just make it good. That's all we want.
Well, in the future, if they ever wonder what happened to comic book movies and how did they die out, you look at shit like this.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like the first part of production is the story, and it's easy to do. Just get it good. Do like 18 drafts or 20 drafts or 105 drafts, whatever the fuck it takes. Like, get it good. You know, if you know the source material and you have access to source material, use it to your disposal and just make it good. Come on now.
But not only that, it's when you do certain things that are in contrast to other pieces of your film or your franchise or your story. So, it's so bad. This looks like that shitty show The Cape, where it's trying to be super gritty, but all the characters are cookie cutter, attractive young people with vibrant fucking costumes. So if you want a gritty movie, you make the people in your gritty universe look gritty, where their shit is battle scarred and darker. The shit it's not neon shades of armor. You have this you have a scene where you have Robin stepping on a dude's face to walk over him. And then immediately you show his armor's fucking bright yellow and red. And it just subconsciously, it's like that doesn't fit the theme they're fucking going for. And it looks like shit when you do that. It looks like you don't know what you're doing. You're just cobbling shit together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This all looks like fan film. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
All the DC shit looks like a fanfic.
Yeah. They're hoping that nostalgia will come up and the name will be enough for you to like give them your money so you can watch the kind of shit. And I'm sure this will be one of the first things released on the DC network or whatever they're going to call it. So
that'll drive sales.
I mean, it'll be one of those things where I mean, I hope they don't make it to where like, an episode will be released once a week until we're done or some shit like that, where they're like, which will be really shitty. If they release it all at once like Netflix, I mean, people are gonna do the 1 week free trial, watch all of them, and then like duck out. So.
Well, what's funny about this is people, when they were bitching about Starfire, they had to bring up the whole racism thing. Well, now that the whole show looks terrible, they can't blame racists. It's like, this show looks like shit. Well, you're a racist. No, I'm picking on everything, including Starfire. Robin, Beast Boy, Raven. They all look like a joke. I mean, they're trying to clearly copy that part in the trailer for Suicide Squad, where the chick, where she's convinced, where she, she's possessed by the witch, and she's sitting in that pool of water and shit. That's what that reminds me of. It reminds me of that scene in the goddamn Suicide Squad trailer, and it's just, and she's walking to hello. It's like, I'm so tired of this teen angst bullshit too. How are you gonna have a gritty movie where you're having the chick with the fucking with the shitty t-shirt on with some bullshit on it, and she's like, there's something happening, oh my gosh, I don't know, like, why can't we just have them established, they know what they're doing, and then they just get together? Why has it got to be all this fucking... You're a very descriptive guy, and that's what I like about you. The shitty shirt with shit on it.
Thank you. I tried.
That'll be the description of one of our t-shirts. Hey, get this shitty shirt with shit on it.
God.
It's how we roll here at the bullshit. I am a world-class bullshitter nonetheless.
Goddamn right.
Mm-hmm.
But it just looks dumb, and it pisses me off. It's just like, you got the confused teenager. What? I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Get out of here, CW. Jesus Christ.
007 Cloud says that line was from the ending of Multiplicity. Oh, okay. Sorry, 007 Cloud. I haven't seen that movie in years. Seriously, it's been years.
No, I've literally seen
Don Glass says, I'm late, but get a Fire Stick. Everything is free. You mean a jailbroken Fire Stick like Eric Lauderback?
Yep. Jailbroken Fire Stick, laddie. Did you hear that?
Yeah, laddie.
I need to make a couple more of them for you guys.
Hashtag what stuff. And Sam Flanagan says, Dion, maybe she likes horses.
Oh, fuck you.
So do you guys want to switch over to some positivity?
Please, because this goddamn Teen Angst CW bullshit makes me want to piss on my couch.
All right, at least it's not your wife.
Yeah.
I'm going to piss on you.
So there we go, guys. Look at what's on screen.
Ooh.
Chapter 2, only in theaters, September 6th of 2019.
Woohoo.
I know.
I don't know if I can wait. till September, man.
You
Hey,
legally have to.
well, I mean, like the first one was so good, and you know they've been keeping up with the news and everything. And I think we recently reported on the people that are the adults that are gonna play in the movie.
Yes.
Which is spot on. So they're doing a good job. I like the fact that they're taking their time to make it good. So I'm completely okay with that.
Well, speaking of the
listen, all I can
adults,
say is September of next year means that filming will be done pretty soon, and I want to see all the leaked fucking pictures I can fucking see of this movie. I need it.
so all those kids are coming back for Chapter 2, but then we have Jessica Chastain, James McAvoy, Bill Skarsgård is Pennywise.
Yeah,
we got Jay Ryan, we have Bill Hader, we have James Ransone, Nicholas Hamilton, Javier Botet. I don't know who these people are down here, but we have some really heavy hitters with this film, and I'm personally excited about this. I can't wait to see a follow-up to what was one of the most surprising horror flicks in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I can't wait for the 2-pack once it comes out on Blu-ray.
I know. Then I'll finally buy it. Until then, I'll just think about the movie.
Same here.
I will buy it individually
as
part 2, and I'll buy the 2-pack because that's how I roll.
There's the modern cast right there, folks. For people out in the chat, if you're wondering what's going on.
God damn! I can't wait. I can't wait.
Why is it like a Last Supper thing going on? That's fucking weird.
That's the point.
Okay.
Somebody said, "Why not Amy Adams?" Well, Jessica Chastain is less busy.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want Amy Adams in this shit.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Lois Lane.
Yeah, she did a shitty job at that. I don't want her doing another established literary character. Get the fuck out of here.
Murph. So, Nick,
what's up, man?
What do you got in terms of some Comic-Con news?
Let's see. Shudder is rebooting Creepshow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks like Shudder has bought the rights to the Stephen King movie, and they're going to start making episodes for it very soon. Hopefully, well, it won't be this year, so don't hold your breath. It'll definitely be next year. So, Greg Nicotero, I think, is going to be a part of it. I think he's directing the first episode, which worries me because, like, effects guys who think that they can direct is always a fucking no-no. Like, never fucking works. Never fucking works. You know, like he's done some episodes for Walking Dead, but like from what I keep hearing, those are the shittiest ones. You had like Tom Savini basically remake Night of the Living Dead, and it was okay. You know, like,
is he infamously? Sorry, I was reading a super chat. Is he hashtag better than Ryan Johnson?
Yeah.
That's a pretty low bar.
Pretty round bar.
The shit I took before this podcast is better than Ryan Johnson. Okay,
that is true, and it pleased everyone.
Hashtag more profitable than Star Wars.
Hashtag fuck you.
Oh god, yeah. So we're getting that, which I mean, yeah, I know, Jeff, you're a big fan of this anthology as well as I am. So that's really awesome. I'm worried about the first episode being shit and everybody being like, "Oh, this is horrible." So, but hopefully the other ones will be better and will be way and be at least entertaining. So,
hashtag better than Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone.
God damn it, that's such a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him doing movies, but giving him a whole series is just like
hashtag not as smart as Rod Serling.
God, did you see the reboot that happened in like the 2000s or the late 90s?
You mean the Forrest Whitaker one?
Forrest Whitaker, yeah.
Yeah. That one, like, I watched a few episodes of that, and that one was shit.
That was really bad. The episode that they did, especially where the guy goes back in time to kill Hitler, or the woman goes back in time to kill Hitler as a baby, that one was fucking terrible.
God,
Outer one had some good episodes though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
Garrett Morris. The devil one. That was awesome.
That was good. And then the one with Usher, where he, the ghost of a guy he killed is trying to kill one of the people that he saved. That was a good episode.
I've never seen that.
We gotta find it and watch together, dude.
We need to get. I really wish we had like 2 weeks together at Horror Hound where we could just do the show and then hang out for the next 2 weeks after that. By the way, folks, while there's 670 of you listening, if you're in the Indianapolis area and you'd love to hang out with world-class bullshitters, we're going to be live at Horror Hound Indianapolis on the 24th through the 26th of August in Indianapolis at the JW Marriott. And if you can't afford to come to the show but you want to hang out, there's after parties in the lobbies. You find us. We'll be live streaming. We'll be doing all kinds of cool stuff. We got some free gifts we're going to be giving out. So make sure that you guys are, if you're in the area, that you come find us because we want to meet you. And it's all a build up to Star Wars Celebration next April in Chicago. And while we're on the topic of It real quick, Aaron Cookson in the super chat says, happy no film version of It had the infamous gangbang scene in it. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm glad too. That's just uncomfortable.
Yeah,
So
no,
that would
they would.
odd.
Yeah,
Very odd.
there's no way they would be able to film that live action. I mean, I could probably see maybe an animated version, but even that would be really uncomfortable.
I don't want to see any of it at all.
Nope. No.
We're not even going to describe it on the show.
No, we're not. if you want to know about it, you read the fucking book.
Yeah, go read the book and feel uncomfortable.
Well, I'm glad Dustin's not here because he'd fucking just blurt it out to be funny.
He would probably
With his
like.
dick in his hand.
Oh God, he'd probably do it verbatim from memory.
Well, I mean, he's jacked off to it several times. He knows.
He's jacked up for a lot of things, man. It's weird. All right.
Have respect.
We've
He's
all
a
gotten
father.
some weird spanks, but
Not that weird.
not that weird.
That's
No.
psychologically damaging.
I mean, I remember seeing a hentai version of Teen Titans, but that's not as bad. Not as bad.
Nick, do you have any more stories?
Yeah. I know you guys had the what is it, the Last Jedi live stream Friday. Also there was the Joe Bob Briggs last drive-in that happened on Shudder for 24 hours. He was showing 13 movies, and he broke the goddamn internet. It was supposed to start at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and nobody could get on. I couldn't get on until like midnight almost. It was horrible. I mean, thank God Shudder was messaging everybody, tweeting everybody, and they were being at least funny about it, and like as much as they could, they were constantly updating everybody, and eventually it came back on. And for some reason, everybody was pissed about it. Like, oh, how fucking dare they? It's like, really? Why are you not happy about this? Why are you not happy that like a horror icon, or at least a movie icon from the early 90s? Yeah, we'll say yesteryear. Why not? Broke the damn internet and caused this to happen. I mean, I see that as a good sign. Anybody who says, "Oh, it was shit," and I'm never, buying Shudder again, go fuck yourself, okay? Because it's a good thing, and I hope they do more of that. I hope they do every month they have them on there, or maybe for special holidays have them on there for holiday movies. But they, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. It's
safe to say there was a certain point where more people were watching our Last Jedi stream here on the channel than they were Shudder, because Shudder was broken. Yeah,
definitely
suck it. No, I went back and looked at some of the things he was talking about, the the interstitials that they filmed with him. I'm more interested in just watching instead of the movies.
Oh yeah, dude. He's been doing stuff for years. I remember watching. I think it was Ice Cream Man. And he did that as well. He had interviews and stuff like that during the commercials and stuff. I mean, he always did that all the time whenever he would show movies on there.
Howard film Ice Cream Man.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
fucking terrible. I saw that in a block.
He had Clint Howard on there. Talking
so bad
about
was
everything.
good.
Hey, real quick, folks in the chat, tell me what the worst movie you ever saw from a blockbuster was. No, tell me what the worst movie you ever rented in your life was, and we'll read some funny ones on there.
Bring it, Doug.
Why they were terrible, though.
Oh, God.
And speaking of terrible, Sam Flanagan, you're a terrible liar. Jeff, you rocked last night. I did not. I did not.
You can be a little unnaturally hard on yourself. I'll say that.
You didn't listen to what happened yesterday.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, I didn't, but I doubt that it was that bad. I saw the chat. And I was just like, those guys are just being prima donnas.
Well, Dion, why don't you go watch the video right after this?
Okay.
Is the video up on our YouTube?
Yeah.
It got flagged for language.
What?
I'll tell you all about it off air, okay? That's
fuck.
Business we talk about off air.
Go figure.
But thank you for your kind words, Sam, even if it's full of shit.
Yes.
Well, he's almost world class. Almost.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, Nick, did you have any more things to talk about before?
Let's see. No, man, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Kendo, take her away.
All right, so you got that poster image ready?
I can. You start talking, and I'll have it ready in a minute.
All right. I said, Jeff. I said, so there's this really amazing ass Marvel Avengers poster coming out at Comic-Con. So if you're going to Comic-Con on Sunday, there's only gonna be 325 of these things that are $80 each. And once Jeff gets it up there, you'll be able to see it. It looks really fucking cool. I sent it to you guys earlier today. It's kind of like a tinted version. There's not a whole lot of color to it. And then also, if you go to mondotees.com on Sunday between 11:30 Central until Thursday at noon Central, you'll be able to get a colorful version of it for $60.
Mondo, go figure, man. Like they always do that shit. They always bring out exclusive, expensive shit that you have to get right then and there, and it's just gone all the fucking time.
That's what I wanted to be for a while. The next Mondo, that didn't work out.
I just want to drink some Mondos.
Ooh, the blue one was the best.
I was always a fan of grape.
Motherfuckers.
ZHS says Star Wars Episode 9 Return of the Moist. Is that the worst movie you ever rented from theaters? I may have missed that one.
Jeez. Yeah, I remember when I did the Texas Frightmare convention, they had, what was it? They had a George Romero action figure for $110. Which I bought and then sold for $500.
Damn, dude! Hustle, baby.
Yeah, dude. One of my friends sold it for $200. I was just like, yeah, all right, I'll see what I can do. I got home from that convention and sold it for $500. Man, it was fucking amazing. I packaged that thing so delicately. It was in a giant box with just like packing foam and bubble wrap and everything. I didn't want it to fucking move.
You should have packed yourself in a crate and you just hugged it the whole time.
I love you, George. I love you, man.
You will be missed, sir.
Alpha Terranema talking about terrible movies. Thank you, Alpha Terranema. The Eden Formula, basically an asylum flick with footage that looked like it was shamelessly ripped from Carnosaur on video.
Oh God, Carnosaur was awful. I saw that when I was like 11 or 12 when I saw that. It was.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh,
I was
right now. Fuck.
Yeah, we were over at like a relative's house for New Year's because the adults all went out for a party. So we were at a grandparent's house and they rented Carnosaur for us because, as the lady said, it had dinosaurs on it. So I thought the kids would like it. And I was like, God, this is fucking terrible. Although the part where the guy, like, the dinosaur bites down and like bites the guy's head and pulls it off, that's kind of funny.
Jeez. Mine was Pre-Hysteria in like 94, 93, I think.
I can't remember one of the worst movies I ever rented. Big Top Pee-wee? That's not that bad. I did rent Home Fries. That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Oh God. How about Lawnmower Man 2?
I forgot there was a sequel. Isn't Pierce Brosnan in the first one?
Do what?
Isn't Pierce Brosnan in the first one?
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan in the first one. Yep.
I'll make mistakes.
His career after Remington Steele, but before GoldenEye, was interesting to say the least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kendo, did you have anything else to say besides the poster?
About Comic-Con? Nope, that's it.
Anything? Do you have a Jeff Story of the Week?
I do have a Jeff Story of the Week, but I also got some information from Box Office Mojo about some movies. Die Hard 6, Bigger, Taller, and Uncut.
Bigger, Browner, and Uncut.
Please be named that.
It debuted at number 3. It lost to Hotel Tranny 3 and Ant-Man 2. It's only pulled in 74 million worldwide in 1 week, so not sure what that means, but that movie looked awful. But Ant-Man 2 has been holding on to its number 2 spot, and it's up to almost 300 million worldwide right now, which will make a certain anus individual very limp. And it's already made back its budget, and it's looking to make at least $100 million profit. So even Marvel movies that aren't huge are still very profitable.
Yes.
Still bigger than Leap. I'd wear a t-shirt that says "Still bigger than Leap" on it.
God, the budget for Skyscraper is $125 million. It's not going to make the money back.
Rightfully so. That's what they get for fucking copying a way better film.
And didn't The Rock say that they pretty much copied it? He's like, yeah, we
It's
know.
an homage.
Yeah, he called it.
it's
Yeah,
an
he said it was
homage.
like a tribute.
You copied it. Just admit you fucking. Just admit, like halfway through you reading the script, you realize what it was, and you just, and they just like raised your fucking check. You're like,
It's
oh,
not the same movie. There's different things. Like, the building's taller, and he lives in it, and he's only got one leg.
And Nev Campbell's his wife.
And Nev Campbell's his wife.
Yeah.
Did the movie make her scream?
Get out. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, you should go.
Yeah, we're all allowed one.
By the way, Alpha Karanima said, for more context, that movie was released in 2006. In terms of the ripoff from Carnosaur,
Oh, okay.
that's really recent. That's really embarrassing.
I thought he was talking about the original Carnosaur. That was still awful. So awful.
Bagel Goose sent in the super chat, says, I was listening to the It audiobook at work when the sex scene came up. It was uncomfortable. Yeah, I didn't read that properly because I ain't saying that shit on air. I'm just not saying it. Sorry.
No. Mm-mm.
I appreciate all you've done for the channel, Bagel Goose, maybe Cecil, but I'm not saying that on air. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize. I'm just not saying it.
Yeah, we will talk about and say just about anything on this show. There are a few boundaries, and that is one of them.
Yep.
That's just bad taste, too.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not even going to argue it and try to make some shit about, oh, my Fritos. I'm not going to go there. So, anyway, the Kinky Pinkies, thank you for your super chat. The Sausage Party, it's disturbing. Stay kinky, Dustin. I like that movie. I saw that shit in theaters.
I love that fucking movie. Yeah, I took my woman to go see it.
I love. I'm sure everybody had this experience when you went to go watch it. There were the group of kids there with like the mom or the dad or the family there who thought it was a cartoon, and then immediately like they had to look in their face like, "What have we done?"
Especially the end scene.
Oh yeah, that end scene. Oh my god, the fucking food orgy.
Oh my god, I
Holy
love
shit. How do you describe that to your kids?
You
Mom,
don't.
What does this mean?
Their kids shouldn't be watching the damn movie.
It's food. They're imaginary. I don't know.
So Kendo, hold on, wait. Great loner sent to the super chat. Goodbye horses, I'm flying over you. Goodbye horses, I'm flying over you. I love that song. It's on my phone. Ooh. And then Mako Rex says the Glass trailer's tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh fuck.
Ever since watching Split and then realizing that M. Night Shyamalan's kind of been okay for the last 2 years, I'm excited.
Yeah, because I watched the visit, then Split, and I was like, wow, he's redeemed himself, man. It's good.
He's back to his twisting ways.
Yeah.
So Kendo, take it away with the Jeff story of the week, sir.
Okay, boys. So our Jeff story of the week comes to us from the island of Japan, where a Japanese worker at a manufacturing plant died after his joking co-worker played a prank on him. Okay. The victim was a 46-year-old man named Akio Ishimaru, and minutes after the prank, he complained he was feeling unwell and was later taken to a hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. His 34-year-old colleague, Yoshiyuki Yoshida, was arrested, telling police that he didn't think he could possibly die from such an ill-fated prank. What was the prank, you asked? Well, it seems that while they were messing around, Yoshida decided to take a pipe from an air compressor, and he poked Ishimura between the buttocks and injected wind up into his body. Police spokesperson said the air compressor was pushed up against the anus, over clothing, and not directly into the cavities. That's reassuring. The suspected air released into the victim's body and damaged his lungs. So, death by forcefully injecting an air compressor into one's rear is not entirely uncommon, added the Asia Times, noting several incidents in the recent years. Back in March, a 40-year-old Indian factory worker died from internal hemorrhaging and organ damage when fellow coworkers inserted an air compressor hose into his rectum when he picked up an item from the floor. The blast prompted howls of laughter from the colleagues, but the man, Ravinder, stumbled and collapsed, never to recover. It was reported powerful air compressor was used at the factory to cut through blocks of wood. So, folks, air compressors are dangerous. Don't shove them up your ass and blow air up there.
Don't shove them up your friends' asses either. God damn it!
It's just boys being boys, guys. Come on.
It's just locker room shenanigans. I also love that like this is a common thing now. Like this is a way
dude, that's the part that got me. These types of injuries and pranks are not uncommon. It's
I was like,
really?
What? So like those guys are just statistics now. That's all it is. They're just numbers now. It's like, yep, this happened. This happened.
Yeah. So
Fuck.
don't shoot air up each other's asses with an air compressor. I think that's
the
the lesson.
story.
That's the lesson that you're gonna. If there's nothing, just one thing, you folks can take away from this episode of World Class Bullshitters is, it's not funny to shoot air up your friend's ass.
What would be the hashtag for that? What would be the hashtag for that?
Hashtag don't shoot air up somebody's ass.
Hashtag clenched cheeks.
Hashtag no anus air.
Well, even clenched cheeks isn't going to work because, as the man in Japan learned, that it was over his clothing. The guy just kind of went, boop, pow.
Hashtag out, not in.
There you go. Hashtag out, not in. There you go. Oh man, when you said Japan, I was worried for a second. I was like, what kind of weird shit are they into? And then I know now. Thank you.
Well, they're into a lot of weird shit, but apparently, using an air compressor to inflate your friend through the anus is something they're all apparently into as well.
That's not how you inflate your friend.
That's how. Do the way James Bond did. Put a shark hole in your mouth, break your jaw, and watch you explode like a balloon.
Yep. I compressed air bullet or whatever it was.
So Alpha Terranema sent in a super chat, says sausage party made me feel the most iffy about what I just ate with the food orgy scene since I had escargot after watching Prometheus. Ugh.
Why escargot? That's a weird.
He was feeling fancy that night.
Apparently he
Look
was.
at that escargot.
Have you done Perignon as well? Like, what the fuck?
You don't know his life.
It's true. I don't.
So, Kinderak, thank you for your very kind compliment. It says, Jeff, Nick, Kendo, and Dion, you guys are the epitome of high-quality radio. Do not stop what you're doing.
We're also not going to stop believing, which is a terrible song.
Yeah. So, it looks like this episode is coming to an end, unless you guys have anything else you'd like to add.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Buck, wow. Remember that, Dion?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
All right, cool. I
Cool,
know why. So you guys don't have anything else you'd like to add for this week's show?
Go support Cecil's channel and subscribe.
There we go. Yeah, Cecil. What is Cecil's Dick in comics?
It's Cecil Says.
Oh, Cecil says. Well, The Rock said. No, I'm not gonna get that. Oh, Alpha Terranema says French class had a trip to a French restaurant, and I just tried. Shit was weird.
Did he surrender shortly thereafter?
Yeah, Blue Watcher. There will be more Comic-Con goodness tomorrow on Good Morning Pop Culture. I'll be discussing anything that's new, and you guys can ask me to go more in depth about the Star Wars Last Jedi comic book, as well as the Clone Wars and stuff like that. So let's see. Bagel Goose sent in another super chat. I'm pretty sure I'm on a watch list just for writing that. Also, there's a lot of people advocating for a more true to the book It movie. Yuck. Yeah. No. Nope. We don't cross into that territory. And I'm not chastising.
They got close enough without it.
Yeah. You know what? The movie was great the way it is. There are certain things that don't need to be adapted. That is one of them.
Yeah. If you guys are curious about what we're talking about, you can go read or listen to the book yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. Press C for Cecil. By the way, as we're closing this episode out, Rin Shinobu, I loved Glow. I thought it was excellent. Yeah, it has some stupid feminism stuff, but they kind of eat each other alive, so it kind of its argument falls inside of itself, so it's interesting. Guys, have you watched Glow yet?
I have not seen season 2 yet. No.
I have not. I gotta watch season 1. I've been dragging my feet on.
You're missing out. There's Allison Brie boobies in the first episode.
Yes, there are.
I gotta get on it, dude. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I watched the first 2 episodes and then I moved to where I didn't have a streaming service.
By the way, Dion, Carlito and Chavo Guerrero are on Glow.
Shut the fuck, for real?
And John Morrison.
Oh,
Johnny Mundo!
No, sorry, it was Alex Riley.
Oh, okay. You waterboarded Triple H?
No, maybe John Morrison is on the show too. There are quite a few wrestlers on the fucking show, so you'll be awesome.
Say it to his face.
Oh, sketch therapy. You thought we meant blow about cocaine. Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Sure
We love Rick James.
Yeah, fuck yo couch.
R.I.P.
So thank you to everyone who stuck with us. We had a very strong watch group tonight. A lot of viewers stuck with us the entire time, much more than last night. So thank you for staying loyal to the channel. If you haven't had a chance, make sure you go back and check out some of the older episodes of Good Morning Pop Culture, and go back and watch my 19-minute video on the Star Wars SJW playbook. Put a lot of time into that one, and I'd like you guys to watch it. It's pretty damn good. Let's see. Alfred Terranima says, director's cut for It's Forbidden Scene has Chris Hansen thank the audience for already taking a seat and skips ahead.
That's a very fair assessment.
All right.
We'll give you that one. That was funny.
So, folks, if you're a patron of World Class Bullshitters, and there's a bunch of you guys, thank you very much. We're about to go off air, record World Class Bullshitters After Hours, where we're going to play a little more of that quote-a-thon as well as a few other things. So it's the show after the show, and if you're one of the cool kids, you won't want to miss it. So thank you again to everybody, and I'll be back in just a few short hours with Good Morning Pop Culture, and we will be live.